Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Phyllis Brown, Michigan Golfer News. We are here at Cragun's Resort, about 2.5 hours from the Minneapolis airport. And we ran into Mr. Tom Lehman, who is former Ryder Cup captain, former Open Championship winner, and you designed some really good stuff out here. So tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm really excited and happy with, first with the opportunity. Meeting Dutch Cragun all those years ago led to a great relationship with he and all the team here. In a project that I think evolved a little bit. It went from big to bigger to be even bigger yet, to the point now there's 45 holes, and there's new golf, there's renovated golf, there's golf that has completely changed, reversing holes and combining holes and eliminating holes. We kind of did a little bit of everything on an amazing, beautiful piece of ground. It was such a blessing to be a part of this.
So what does it mean to you, Tom, because you were from here, right, and you went to University of Minnesota? Yeah. Does that kind of bring it closer to your heart?
Well, we spend the summers here, and I grew up just an hour and 20 minutes away from here, and really had not spent a whole lot of time in the Brainerd area as a kid. I mean, we have enough lakes for everybody in Alexandria, so we didn't need to go anywhere. So when I came up here to watch my son play in the state junior, I'm like, holy smokes, I had no idea it was so beautiful up here, and what a, I guess I could say what a blessing to be able to be a part of this team to create, recreate, these golf courses. On a relational level, it's been fantastic. I love the beauty of nature and the beauty of creation, and to be a part of this and kind of reshaping it to make it better. It was a really fun experience.
So I understand when you are designing a course, Tom, you look at more now the playability. How do you distinguish yourself from everybody else out there?
I don't know. I mean, I play a lot of golf, and I know really good golf when I see it and when I play it. And a lot of it has to do with, is it fair? Is the shot that you're being asked to hit, is it reasonable? Is it fun? And I think more than anything, that's where I've come down with our design is, more than anything, golf is meant to be fun. It has to be fun. It has to be beautiful. It has to capture your imagination and draw your attention and make you think, and you have to be able to recover, have a chance to recover with most bad shots that you hit, and that it all kind of works together to make it fun. And so I've gone, I think a big way from, where I start with my design. I start with the fun part, and then I work back towards the really good player, versus starting with the really good player when I first started and moving ahead to the average player. Right. My second thought. So I think it's changed a lot, and trying to ask too much of people on a golf course makes it less fun.
So in terms of, I know you have a unique style. I think it's on the Lehman course for the bunkering. Yeah. So tell us what inspired that.
Well, I've always loved the courses in Melbourne, Australia, the sand belt of Australia, with the way the bunkers are just cut like right into the edge of the greens, and they have this really vertical face, which is held together by the roots of the bent grass greens. They have a very unique soil composition there, and we have sand here, but not the same as there. Right. So that it wouldn't support that kind of a look. So we're trying to get a look with the bunkering, and the only way to achieve it was to kind of make the sod wall type support.
Riveting?
Yeah, and these are, we started with actual sod, did one green with real sod, and it became immediately clear it was going to be a maintenance nightmare. So there is an artificial type look, which is what we end up doing, and so we kind of got the ability to get the bunkers right up into the edge of the greens the way we wanted to, with a face of the bunker that looks more linksy, but it wasn't. The purpose for it wasn't to be linksy. It was to support the edge, So we got both the linksy look and the style that I wanted.
Well, I haven't had the opportunity to play Lehman yet, so I'm hoping I don't get in one of those bunkers.
Yeah. Well, they're not difficult to hit out of. They're it's not like a sod wall bunker in Scotland. Okay. They're way more playable than those. I mean, those are one-shot penalties. These are, depending on your quality of bunker play, a quarter shot or a half a shot penalty.
Anyway, this is U.S. Open week.
Yeah.
So I'm
The
sure.
Open Championship, yeah.
Or the Open, I should say,
yeah.
yes. And so obviously you won back in 1996. So does it bring back any memories? Do you watch it on TV?
Yeah, I do, for sure watch it. I'm a big fan of a lot of these younger players and the way they play the game and the way they just how good they are at doing what they do. I mean, it's a whole different style of golf today, but it doesn't mean you have to be any less gifted. You have to be very gifted, and I just think the abilities they have to play this game and do it well is really compelling. And there's a lot of really quality people. I mean, a lot of these young guys are just really great young men, in their 20s and 30s, and I think they uphold the game in a really great way.
Don't you think equipment changes have a little bit to do with that?
Well, no. Look at the equipment has changed everything. It's changed the way people teach. In order to take advantage of what the equipment offers, you have to swing, with a lot more speed, and so it's all the way people have taught the game has totally changed as the equipment has given that opportunity. So it's, which is why I'm against rolling back the ball, mind you, is I don't think there's any need to have to start teaching a little differently in order to accommodate what the ball possibly could offer. I mean, if you give a ball that goes less far because it spins a lot more, it's going to require a different way of swinging. Right. And I mean, we've already changed that thing once. Why do it again?
And one last question. We addressed this in the press conference, but I would like to hear how when you are designing a course, Pete Dye had Alice to look at the forward tees.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like you said, you'd maybe do some research to see how far, the amateur woman hits it and stuff like that.
Yeah, meet with the ladies. Meet with the ladies and at all levels, and really, it was more to kind of get information from them, and then I give back to them by saying, hey, I'd like to show you a couple places where we found, for the forward tees, because I think you're going to be really excited, because we're giving you some of the best shots out here, and that obviously gets them all charged up that they like that, and then the second thing is, existing holes. Well, maybe there's something about I really can't move your tee forward. So this par 4 is really, really hard. There's just something going on where you can't do it. If I wanted to maybe move it back a little bit and make it a par 5, how would you feel about that? Right. Oh, that would be so much better, because I can't get there anyway. And, so to me, the understanding what the people who play in that forward tee, whether it being a lady or an elderly gentleman or whatever, what are they capable of, and then trying to accommodate that. But I think the big thing is this, and it's one thing that's always stuck is just because it's forward doesn't mean you don't want to have strategy. So,
Thank you.
so let the forward tees, and there's actually a hole out here where we had a big debate because I wanted to put the forward tee in a space which had a little chute through the trees. And oh no, you can't do that. I go, why can't I do that? Well, because it's narrow. I go, look, it's 20 yards wide. I mean, you put it back there 20 yards wide, you'll think it's great. Hey, Augusta National, 18th hole. So why wouldn't the ladies want to do that? And so I said, no, we're going to put this tee right here, and there's a little chute you hit through. I think they're going to love it, and they do.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to experiencing the Lehman 18 later on today, and thank you so much for being with us, Tom. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, good to see you too. Thank you.